Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be installing a clutch cable retrofit kit. I can't find any instructions online. I can't find a video. Usually I watch a lot of YouTube videos to help me figure out what the heck I'm doing, because when it comes to the gas cars, I have not done a lot of this. So if you watch my previous video about me installing this 347, my very first time. I've tinkered with gas cars for a long time when I was like young, middle school, high school. But it was the first time I've ever replaced an actual motor and installed it. So that was an adventure. Go ahead and watch that video if you're curious. But what I learned with doing all this stuff is that I could not use the existing clutch setup that was in here for my 289. That had a completely different clutch system. It had a Z-bar system, which I guess was only good for the 289 from like 66 or 65 to 67 or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, this block and this transmission are both from a Fox body era. So with those, it was a different clutch fork and I couldn't use a Z-bar system. So anyways, long intro. I'm gonna be installing this cable clutch retrofit. No pictures. Wish there were pictures. But I'll do a video. So hopefully it'll help you guys when you have to do it. So here we go. So there really isn't much in this box. Oh, here's Adeline. Adeline, you want to say hi? No. So there isn't much in this box. So hopefully I can figure it all out. We'll see. It doesn't look like it's going to be too bad, but again, I don't know what I'm doing. So wish me luck. All right, so step number one, remove the two screws attaching the parking brake mechanism right here. That would be these two screws right here. I have a big number 3 Phillips screwdriver and just got those off. So now that is loose. And step 2 is going to be to remove this cowl right under here. Obviously it's a very tight fit under here, but those look like, I don't know, maybe 1/2 inch. And then so it looks like I have to remove that cowl. So let me get the tools to get that out of here. All right, so I got the 3 nuts out. I used a long extension, and this was a, what size was that again? 7/16. So we've got all of those out. Oh, there is, looks like a 4th under here that I didn't get. Thought there were 3. Yeah, there is a 4th one right here. Oh, that is gonna be a pain to get to. All right, let's see if I can get that one. All right, got that one. It's still tight. I think when they built this car, they used some adhesive up there. Yep, now it's coming. Yeah, it looks like they might have used some 3M strip caulk or something. Yep, a whole bunch of it. So I'll be careful not to touch that. All right, so for the third item in disassembly, in the first section, push parking brake assembly to the side. Do not disconnect parking brake cable. So, it doesn't really seem to move. I'd have to unbolt it from the firewall. And it does not say to unbolt it from the firewall, so for now I think I'll just leave it there. 4th, it says disconnect master cylinder rod from brake pedal and remove stoplight switch. Oh, that's going to be a pain. Does that really have to happen? Oh, that's going to suck. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. But right in there is what I have to get to. So I'll have to get a tool to pull that pin out. All right, I just got that disconnected. Pulled this little clip out. It went flying, so just make sure you watch for that. I just used this little pick tool to get up in there to pull that off. I doubt you can see that. Wish I had a laser pointer. Right in there, I removed it. You can kind of see it moving around a little bit there. And then here is the brake switch. So I just pulled that off. The next step, it says remove the clutch pedal spring, and there are 3 1/2 inch hex bolts accessible from under the pedal support. So I found them, but they are, again, going to be hard to get to. They are right there. Thankfully in my car, everything's new, but I know that metal piece gets pretty rusty. But I don't know how I'm going to get to those without dropping this steering column. Let's see if I have the tools to get in there and try to get those off. Those bolts hold the bracket for the spring, and you probably could tell my spring is really greased up and gross because it would squeak a lot. And turns out the squeaking was from the back portion over there where the spring met the pedal. Oh man, I had a horrendous squeak there all the time, so I had to keep that lubed. And I was lubing everything until I figured out it was actually the pivot point in the back. So, all right, let me see if I can get those half-inch bolts out. Okay, that's definitely one of the tightest places I've ever tried to fit into before, but I did have to lower my steering column. I'm glad this is not going back in because, again, it made a lot of noise, but also getting that back together would be a bitch. So, get to throw that to the side. I'll leave this loose for now, just in case I need to remove that for anything else. But there was no way I can get that third bolt without dropping this steering column. All right, next, remove the clutch pedal retaining clip or cotter pin at the passenger side end of the clutch pedal shaft. Okay. Oh, get this out of the way too. That's the bracket that held the clutch spring. Oh, that just came flying out when I got that third screw. All right. Okay, that is in there pretty good. I see the clip. And this is something I'm going to have to put back together, I assume. And that is going to be kind of a pain. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, that is going to be a bitch to get out of there. Well, this really sucks. I don't know how to get that. Been at this for a while. There's almost no room in here. I can barely see it. I'm ready to just cut it off, but I can't even get anything in there to cut it. There's like no room. Oh, I really don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to pause and think about this. I almost took off the tip of my fingertip on something sharp behind the gas pedal. I don't know what the hell I cut it on, but I'm bleeding all over the place. This is absolutely maddening. I've been at this for hours. I cannot get this freaking clip out of here. It's really strong. I can't bend it. I've been trying to bend it back and forth to break it. But it's right there. I can't get anything in there to cut it. If I had maybe some kind of hydraulic shears, maybe, but this is crazy. And there's just no room in here to work. I'm tired. Like I said, I've been at this for hours. I don't really know what to do here. This really sucks. All right, I was in bed thinking about this, and I don't know if this will work, but this is a tool I rarely use. It has a little spinny thing here that cuts. So I can stick this up in there, turn this on, and just try to cut the little piece of metal on one side, and then I can pull it out, hopefully. That was one idea that I had. So I'm going to come down here and give it a try. Fuck yeah, that worked! So I cut it right there, and just cut that little SOB right off. Okay. So now, this should come out. Except the brake in the way. The instructions don't say anything about unbolting it from the firewall, but I mean, it looks like I have to do that because that is not going to come out. Hopefully I can get at those bolts. Let me go check. Yep, I can see those bolts, so let me unbolt this right here, this parking brake. Okay. There, got that off. Let me clean off this pedal. I'm covered in grease because, like I said earlier, I used to always try to get grease up in here because the clutch spring always squeaked. Okay, so that is Disassembled. What's the next one? Remove the clutch pedal retaining clip. Okay, that's what I got. Slide clutch pedal with attached pivot shaft out of metal support towards driver's side of car. Just did that. Remove brake pedal. Then slide clutch pedal out and remove. Okay, so I just did both of those steps. And there are my parts right here. There's my pedals. Modification of pedal. All right, this is where it starts. Let's see. Skip this step if you bought a complete bolt-in kit, which I did not. I just bought the clutch cable. Grind a 1/8 inch bevel on both flat sides of the top of the clutch pedal. And there's no picture. Okay. What do they mean? Up top here? I mean, that doesn't really... Grind a 1-inch bevel on both flat sides of quadrant. What the Align new quadrant directly atop the clutch pedal arm. See diag number 1. Oh, there is one picture. It says diag number 1. This says figure number 1. But, okay, so that's what it means. Grind top of pedal and sides of quadrant at 45-degree angles. Then weld. Fuck, I don't weld. Oh, really? Weld. And down here it says weld shaft to pedal arm if loose. Okay, well that doesn't appear to be loose, thankfully. Oh my god, this just keeps getting better and better. These are seriously the worst effing instructions I've ever seen. And there's still a page and a half. This is freaking crazy. I can't possibly be the only person that's ever done this before. And I don't know how there's not better instructions or anything more online about this. I'm going to bed. I've had enough of this. Well, I was thinking about this last night, and what this is actually saying is that this needs to get welded on top right here. So it's just about a 2-inch weld, and that is this top piece that this is trying to explain or show. So I gotta find a welder. I didn't know that was required. All right, I found a welder who would do this on short notice and got it all welded on. And I'm gonna clean it up a little bit and paint it, and then follow the instructions and maybe get this in today. We'll see. Well, I got this all welded and painted and cleaned up and ready to go back in. So here it is the next day, and I'm dreading section 3. I'm just reading over it. And the fourth one down is using a ball peen hammer or hydraulic jack, modify the sheet metal right above the clutch pedal to stretch the metal and raise it up about 1/4 inch to provide quadrant clearance. Ball peen hammer, you can barely get anything in there to start with. And I don't have an effing hydraulic jack. So this is not fun. This is so far, I think, probably my most hated modification that I've ever done. It's really difficult to get in there. I've had other people say that the Scott cable kit is easy, and from what I can tell, they sell it weld free, so they basically include this whole thing with this top quadrant in place already. So that's one nice thing, but of course the price was, I don't know, $100 more, something like that. I am definitely eager to get my car drivable again because I really want to drive this 347, but I'm not eager to work on this right now. This sucks. But here we go. Day 2. See how much I can get done. Part 3, number 1. I'm seeing where there's an issue. So with this quadrant being welded onto the top of this metal, it is too tall, and I see where it's talking about it hits the cowl that's up there. This seems ridiculous, but yeah, I can see where you're going to have to bend the fucking cowl to the car. So it says place the pedal support loosely in position under dash. So first of all, pedal support, I don't know. I'm not sure what piece they're referring to. Are they referring to this piece right here? Hopefully you can see that, this piece right there. If so, I never removed that. That wasn't part of the instructions. Went step by step, so I don't think I missed anything, but it's already there. It's saying to put it loosely in position. Test fit clutch pedal to determine where the cowl floor must be modified. And as it is right now, with this quadrant installed, it doesn't even fit in the hole. Like, it is a solid 2 inches off. This seems unbelievable. I don't even know if I can get... Let me take off the microphone off the camera and see if I can get you in there. All right, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this, but here is the top of the clutch pedal, right here. This is the post that goes through the support, and the hole is right there. So I can't even get that in there. And then there's also the screw for the air intake box thing that goes here, the tube. So I can't even get it in there. But if I get it close, but this bar is a good 2 inches from the hole that it's supposed to go into. So that would mean up there, that cowl is gonna have to be what, pressed up 2 inches? This is insane. And there was no instructions available online, so I couldn't have even decided if I wanted to take all this on because there's no instructions online. I had no idea what I was getting into. California pony cars, you have some work to do. I obviously have some work to do too, but this is unbelievable. Pretty pissed right now. I don't know. I don't want to modify my cowl. I don't know. I'm going to keep fucking around with this and see if there's anything I can get done here. Well, I'm not a happy camper of California pony cars. I'm returning this. I am not going to beat the shit out of my cowl. After I filmed that last clip, I went inside to figure out if there's anything I could do without modifying my cowl. I mean, my car is mint. Maybe some people who are in the process of building their car, and maybe it's in pieces, they don't mind cutting and welding in a new cowl or whatever, but my car is mint, and I'm not gonna do that. So I went inside and Googled, and there are people saying that, yeah, they had to go in there and literally beat the shit out of their cowl to get this thing to fit. I did call California Pony Cars, and they were very nice on the phone, but basically said, that's the way it is. There's no other way around it. That's their kit, and it looks like the Mustang Steve kit is installed the same exact way. So I'm packaging everything back up. I'm sending it back to Summit. I'm gonna have to cut the quadrant off of my pedal. So I don't like wasting money, and it's only $25, but I paid my welder $25 to weld that on. And had I read ahead to the next section, I probably would have given up last night, but I was so tired, and I just wanted to get this thing done so I can drive my car in my new 347. But anyways, I am taking it out, and I'm sending it back. I'm going to order the MDL kit. It happens to be on sale right now at CJ Pony Parts for, I think it was $269. So I'm going to quickly do that. It's 25% off. I talked to a buddy of mine who is a local Mustang guy, and he's installed that kit in a friend's car, and he said it went fine. It was easy. It was no problem at all. So that's good. It just sucks I won't be able to drive my car this weekend. That's it for this video. Screw this clutch cable kit. I don't recommend it unless you like an adventure. I don't know. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope this helped you guys and maybe saves you some money and some aggravation. See ya.